Happy Friend Day. The second restart. Happy Sunday, friends. March 16th, 2025. I've titled this video, Ye Has Anti-Gravity. And the reason I say that is if Ye or Kanye West wants to partner with me, then he and I could share in the profits of anti-gravity and become the world's richest men. You know, just the other day I said that soon Ye's going to convert to Judaism. And just last night there was a post that he's going to convert to Judaism. I said he'd do two other things, but I forgot what they were. I'm sure somebody from Kanye's team is getting some messages from me. So Kanye West, if you want to make anti-gravity, you've got the money to help me get the patents on it and release this technology. You've got, what, 30 million followers on Twitter? Hello, Pat. So Kanye West, if you really want to be rich, you can have anti-gravity with me. You can start your own bank, Kanye. Kanye West wants to be king of the world. He wants to be ruler over everybody. Why? Because his ego needs it. Like Mike Tyson, you saw the Mike Tyson. Well, what happens when you die? He's like, you're dead. Doesn't matter. My legacy, don't care. I'm dead. Like Mike Tyson gets it. Like, this is it. Our life is it and it's over. Where Kanye West is living in his ego. So Kanye, if you want to be the world's richest man, you could do that by starting anti-gravity with me. Anti-gravity, to my calculations, is worth $16 trillion. It's like candles used to light people's home until electricity came out. There was a candle billionaire at the time, and now we don't know about them because of electricity. The horse and buggy were the dominant transportation until the car came out. Yeah. The train was the dominant transportation until the airplane came out. So it's called a disruptor. And so anti-gravity is a total disruptor. With anti-gravity, you can fly to the other side of the world in 5 minutes. So Kanye West, if you want to use your audience and your creativity and your thirst for dominance, we can partner up and I'll help you become the world's richest man. How about me being the world's richest man? I don't care. I'd rather give it to you, Kanye. And then I'll teach you how to start your own banking network. If you convert to Judaism, then you can start another Jewish bank and you can make your bank bigger than all the other banks. My ego doesn't need this. Kanye, your ego does. So I'll help you with your ego. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help everybody. Thanks, buffering. All right. Let me, well, here's my Kill app stream. Let me put this on. Airplane. I was going to, yeah, airplane mode. Yeah. Airplane mode. That's it for my Kanye pep talk. Well, I'll tell you, I don't really want to tell you what I'm working on. I'm probably not going to move. There's just too much drama. The new iPhone, well, we're on the iPhone right now, and the camera is better. I can take night photography, and it holds the shutter open for a few seconds to really let in the light, and that's nice. I really like that. I like the keyboard. The voice to text is nice. I don't like their ego of locking down the text system. So I can't do text messaging from a browser, which I used to be able to do. I could open up a Chrome, a browser, and send text messages. And I can't do that now. Apple has engineered their system to not work with Android. So that's limiting. One major reason I wanted to get rid of my Android was me not doing anything. All these apps self-start. This is the app called Cashapp. Kill apps that I used to kill things. And I just killed six apps that I didn't turn on myself. They turn on by themselves. They're like spyware. It's a bummer on the move. I thought for sure you would be tapping that. I don't really need... I'm not looking for sex. I'm looking for a business partner, and there's just some things I don't want to talk about right now. I'm still going to have a conversation with her, and so I'm undetermined, but for now it's on pause. It comes down to, even though I hate her husband's been a real jerk to me. But I don't like the way she's treating the husband. I think she should just divorce him and let him go on his way. Instead, she's playing games, and I don't like the game she's playing. I don't like the way she's doing it. And it comes down to her character, and I don't want to go into business with somebody whose character is flawed. I know it's entirely judgmental of me, but I spent a significant amount of time with her and the husband, and I feel, I've come up with a good opinion of both. Her husband's really, I can't see myself being his friend in the future. He's lost his mind. He thinks it's okay to be putting people down in every conversation. He's nuts. I don't need toxic negativity in my life. I won't tolerate it. Just like when people come in here and they start throwing shit at me, banned for life. Like, I have no tolerance for it. It's not about being thin-skinned. It's about not stepping on toxic waste. You wouldn't go to a toxic waste dump, so why allow it in your life? Yeah. I'm getting ready for the summer. So I'm going to buy insulation. I'm going to fix my roof. I got to put up a heat shield. You like that, Laura? Well, that's the truth. Toxic people. Well, the book, The Four Agreements. Agreement 1 is be impeccable with your words. And impeccable is without sin. And the word im is upon yourself. And the greatest sin you can create is when you sin on yourself. And because God wants us to be good to ourselves. That's why he doesn't want us to do suicide. God wants us to be healthy and be truthful and not sinning upon ourselves. So when you use improper language, you're hurting yourself ultimately. Like if you call somebody names and you think that you're winning, what you're really doing is it's bad karma. You're not building a friendship, you're losing a friend. Likewise, like me getting rid of a toxic person, they're not getting a friend. I'm a good person. I'm a good friend to have. And if they're going to use toxic language with me, I'm not going to be their friend because I don't allow toxic people in my life. I can barely tolerate them for a little bit. It's like coming close to, if this is the fire and here it's warm, but for a moment you can move your hand, but if you leave your hand here, it'll burn. So toxic people are like a fire. They'll burn you. Pat, I think you're right. I think he's on, well, he's definitely on alcohol. Other stuff, don't know. Hey, Jacob, no beers. today. I don't have any bears at the house. Mm. My goal for the day is to put the Mercedes on the trailer. And yeah. So just getting ready for the summer. I'm going to buy 2 more batteries, which are 400 each. And then I'll have many hours of air conditioning after the sun goes down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking it to the muffler shop. That's why I got to put it on the trailer. I could probably drive it there, but I don't want that heat occupying the engine compartment. Um, Even though there's a lot of wind flow, I just don't want to put that exhaust and heat on the components of the engine. It feels irresponsible. So on the trailer it goes over to the muffler shop. It's not so hard to put it on the trailer. Like my trailer was, that's level and the car comes this way, but when I loaded it, it was like this. And I should have done it like that. So like this is why I tore it. But if I jack up the front and lower it, it makes it easier for the car to go on the trailer. So now I know about this, and I'm using my jack right now here at home to lower the back of the trailer. I should be able to just drive it on there with no winch. Oh, there's a real nice car I really wanted to buy, and but now's the wrong timing, just like the jet boats. It was a 30,000 mile SL 500 Mercedes for $5,000. It's in Benicia, which is by Vallejo in the Bay Area. And these cars are selling for 15 to 20,000. So I could have made at least triple my money. No, double my money. Put in 5 grand, sold it for 15, so made 10 grand. So that's doubling my money. But I'm out of time. Like I'm on the threshold of summer, so I really have to get my act together for summertime. Yeah. Also, I realize I don't need, like, I think I might just get rid of my cars, including my nice S Class. Uh, because I could have a motorhome and I don't even need the storage here. I could really scale my life down to just be living in a motorhome. All I need are a few hand tools and about 8 solar panels. I don't need the solar panels to run air conditioning because I won't be here. If I had a motorhome, I could just be in a place where it's cool. And then I just need to go to town to get food. I could do that with the motorcycle. Um, I do need to find a way to bring in money. I might have found a way. I can always go back into programming. There's lots of ways to make money. I could get a truck driving license. There's a number of women. I've got 2 nice women chatting me up on Bumble who live locally. just don't know. Yeah, there's some diesel pushers for $5,000-6,000. I saw a really nice Airstream, 2 axles in the rear pusher for $6,000. There's always going to be great deals. There's always going to be great deals. Um, so I just have to calm myself down and be patient about what I'm doing. I might not run for governor. I might give up on it. Maybe now's not the time. Um, I'm absolutely willing to do the chalkboard effect to my life. Whatever's on the chalkboard of goals, I could wipe it clean and redo the chalkboard. I'm in control of my life and my destiny. Um, mm-hmm. So there's anything's possible. I just have to be calm. I just have to be patient and methodical. Part of me really wants to get back into programming because I do want to create a decentralized distribution system with some of these domains I have. Like I got the whole wine industry. So anybody making Merlot, instead of selling it to the middleman, they could be using my Merlot.delivery as a vehicle. Just to get that off the ground is quite a feat. It would be a very big accomplishment. And then to get the world to use it, yeah, that's hard. That's creating awareness. I'm capable of doing that. Many people aren't. Yeah, you're right, Pat. Jet boats might be easy, fast cash. I'll try it. I will. Yeah, just when my friend Rick cost me about 5 weeks of my life, or 6 weeks, and then the more I talked, the more I thought, oh, this is going to turn into a business, and then he turned out to be a jerk, and I don't want to be in business with somebody like him because he's just so toxic. Uh, I hope he gets help. I hope he gets his life turned around. I've said to him what like he doesn't have money for a hotel, so he could be living in the bushes. But I told him about people at AA will help him find a place to live, and they found him a halfway house for sober people, and he can afford it. But those people smoke cigarettes outside, and he doesn't want to live with people who smoke cigarettes. It's not like they would be smoking in the same room. He just doesn't want to be around smokers. And so he'd rather be homeless than be in a place where there were smokers. So he's a prima donna. Laura has a jet boat. Good for you, Laura. Well, let's try to talk about some politics here. 19 minutes. I'm not sure how long. It doesn't feel like a whole hour today. I'll just read the top news stories. Let me just say that Trump said he wouldn't start new wars, but he's bombing the Hutus in Yemen. He killed the ISIS guy in Iraq. So that's war. He pulled some 1798 law to get rid of illegals, but you have to declare war for that law to be effective, so he's declaring war. So Trump is backtracking on a lot of his promises. And I actually don't want to run a website that keeps track of what Trump isn't doing. It's not going to bring me money. It's not going to bring me peace and joy. Like, I want to focus on my peace and joy. It, Jessica and I have a lot of peace and joy together. So we make each other laugh and stuff like that. So um, I I just upgraded my Suno account, and Suno, I can download my own music and take out the lyrics, and I just have the jingle that I own the copyright to. So then I can voice over with my own voice and sing my own song, merge it together, and make my own album. So my plan, I'm not going to tell you the strategy of my album, but my goal is to release my own album on iTunes. Totally copyright protected. You're not going to hear the songs until I'm finished and they're released. So I have full copyright protection. I might even pay money to get pressed on vinyl. Mm-hmm. That's the direction I'm thinking, because there's some part of me that really loves music, and I'm enough of a ham to have the guts to sing my own music. I've got enough confidence to do it. I know my voice isn't the greatest, but it's good enough. Thanks, Pat. Um, so that's kind of the direction I want to go. And I just paid money to have my laptop fixed. It's over at the Apple place getting fixed. I'm paying $200 to Apple Computer, the company Apple, to have them put a new battery in it. And it's got the music software in there that might be working. And better have a Discord ball remix. Maybe. Discord ball. I don't know what a Discord ball is. Um, I'm just going to have to tough it out for the summer here. I was just thinking how shitty my laptops work in the summer. As long as the air conditioning is going, things are fine. Um, I might have to buy some more solar panels because I don't want to go out and move them every 3 hours. That's kind of a pain in the ass. So maybe I just buy another $1,000 worth of solar panels, and that makes sure all my batteries are topped up. I feel there's enough time to get all this done. Mm-hmm. There is a place with a lot of land for not much money, and it is northeastern corner of California. Like if this is Idaho, I'm sorry, Nevada over here, this corner is where California Pines is. And there's probably 100 lots that can be purchased for $5,000 there. Super cheap. Um, yeah. There's like homeowner association fees of $300 a year, and I think you can camp for 30 days. Uh, so you probably could get away with 3 months, kind of thing. I don't know. Part of me wants to bounce out of here before the summer. If I'm going to do that, I would need to maybe get a motorhome. But also, I got to downsize my life a little bit because I can avoid air conditioning if I'm living in a cool place. Mm-hmm. figure it out. I'm a little stressed about Donald Trump, and he's actually doing something. It's law number 17. I don't know if I read this the other night. I'm not going to read you the whole law. It's from the book Power. It's dirty because I put my cooking pots on here, just if anybody's curious. Keep others suspended in terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. There's a Murphy's Law of Warfare. It's a little funny. An American general said, "The enemy can never know our plans because our generals don't know the plan." So if the generals have no idea what's happening, then the enemy can never learn our plan. Yeah, so they keep the generals stupid, and that's unpredictable. So what Trump is doing, I called it a bull in a Trump in a China shop, a bull in a China shop. That's what Trump is doing. He's unpredictable, and he's attacking and retreating, attacking and retreating. And I played the game Risk a lot, and I would do a lot of those attacks to wear down the army, but also to make it look, just to have no, like, why aren't you trying to win that area? And I would just do these attacks just to harass my opponents. And so that's what Trump is doing. He's doing a type of harassment. He promised tariffs, right? 1st of February or 1st of March. He didn't do them. But he crashed the stock market. I hope Trump doesn't crash the stock market, but if you raise the prices, well, then people don't have that money for the new increased price, so then sales will drop. And when sales drop, corporations won't be making as much money, and they won't be able to continue hiring people. They might even start laying people off, and then that's going to have cascading effects, and Trump could crash the economy. And then all these boomers living off home equity loans, keeping Costco afloat for their 1 gallon of mayonnaise at a discount, won't exist anymore. And we could see all of Costco just shut. 500 stores close in a few months. Like, this could happen. If the laws of economics were in play, it would have happened already, but they're manipulating everything. There's complete market manipulation behind the scenes by huge capital reserves such as BlackRock. I still think logically the most practical, least destructive method of going forward is a wartime economy. Germany is kind of doing this now. They're talking about taking over Volkswagen manufacturing plants that are sitting idle for weapons manufacturing. So Germany's getting ready to build the infrastructure to fight Russia. That's going to be 2 or 3 years of saber rattling. Yeah, start a competing company to BlackRock. Well, that grew over a long period of time. There's lots of institutional investors. Their Vanguard also. They themselves are like an army, and they've invaded the boardrooms of many corporations, and they have many of the executives of the S&P 500 on their official narrative because they're all getting a piece of the action. And that doesn't happen overnight. It's possible to do, but it could take 10 or 20 years to accomplish that. People think Trump's a Republican. He's a Democrat, people, and an actor. He's a paid actor, and he might be okay with crashing the economy. Oh, that's good. I do believe Trump cares about America, and I think he cares a little bit more about his supporters. But, raising taxes on his supporters, they wouldn't have voted for him if they really knew he was going to do that. And these tariffs, how does that benefit the people? That just makes it's a tax. So Trump is increasing taxes on everything. He's not trying to decrease military spending. He's not auditing the Pentagon. He's not trying to get rid of the Federal Reserve. He hasn't inspected Fort Knox. So Trump is a lame duck from the get-go. He's not offering what he promised. And I said before he came into office, it won't be financially feasible for him to get rid of 30 million illegal aliens. If it was $10,000 each, that's like $3 trillion or something in legal fees. It would be cheaper to invest in those people $10,000. We're spending $3,000 to send them home when we could have spent, I'm sorry, $3 trillion to send them home. If we spent $3 trillion educating all these illegal immigrants, one, they would be grateful for it. Two, they would bring labor to the American economy, and they would be paying taxes. So they would pay back that $10,000 investment over in a few years. So Trump is foolish to get rid of these people who wanted to be here. They want to be here. So think of all the Americans who don't want to be here. Oh, if so and so wins the election, I'm moving to Canada. Kind of thing. It's also the book, The Millionaire Next Door. 75% of all millionaires are immigrants because they don't see the problems that the average American sees. They only see opportunity. There's nothing standing in their way of them, trying to achieve the American dream, which is being, multi-million-dollar rich. I'm reading a news post here that 4chan is going to be blocked in England. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm sure people can use VPNs. I'm just going to cruise here to see if there's any news we should be reading. The Yemens attacked the U.S. aircraft carrier Harry Truman. Well, that means if they do, or if they did, that could increase war in the region. Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much going on here. Other nations are canceling their F-35 orders for the jet. We don't need fast jets. We already had fast jets. These are not going past Mach 2. They're just providing stealth, but we don't really need stealth because most of it is missiles. We can make cruise missiles that are stealth, that are invisible to radar. And now they got the hypersonic missile. It's going like Mach 20, 12,000 miles per hour, which means the other side of the world in 1 hour, because the world's 24,000 miles around the Earth. So any one place is never more than 12,000 miles away. So we can get to the other side of the world in an hour with a cruise missile. We can get to the other side of the world in 20 minutes with the intercontinental ballistic missile because they go into outer space. There's some guys driving by with some motorcycles. I think they're in the back property here. Yeah, they're in the back. Nothing going on at SF Gate either. Well, friends, I guess we're going to call this the end of the broadcast. I'll do some conclusions. If Kanye West wants to be filthy rich, he can say he has anti-gravity. Yeah, I'll probably moto today. I motoed last night. My motos, lately I've been going for like safe motos. So I don't want to put on my knee protectors and stuff. I think that's best, actually. I don't need to be going on any crazy adventures. I just putt around in first gear. It's actually really fun. And navigating sand is its own treachery, and I'm becoming a really good sand rider at low speeds. I'm liking it. I haven't fallen in a very long time. How many hardworking people does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know. What's the answer? It feels like a trick question. So, in conclusions, Kanye West can be filthy rich if he wants. He can start telling people he's got anti-gravity. He can come to Palm Springs, and he and I can meet and have. We don't have to have dinner. We can just meet and talk about business ideas. He's just not doing business with the right kind of people. He's also like, how could LA be good for anything? LA is just, it's a containment center. So if Kanye West helped me with anti-gravity, he could own half of it. He'd be filthy rich from that. Get the patents. I don't know. One, just everybody knows that, but Donald Trump would insist that he does it best and knows more about light bulbs than anybody else. That's a pretty funny Donald Trump joke. I'm going to screenshot this. Thank you. Maybe I'll do a broadcast tonight. I don't know. I'm going to make some music today. Yeah. I wasted a few hours on trying to get the message system working, but it doesn't. So that's all I got for you. Bye-bye. Maybe see you tonight. Definitely I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thanks for being here, Pat.